Speaking of Prickly Pear Limeade, oh, Moonlight's on the stream.
Oh, Moonlight on stream?
Whoa!
Shoutouts to everyone on Moonlight.
Yeah,
I appreciate
No, they're
you
all awesome.
And if you can hear me, give me a wave.
Can they hear us? Oh, we see a wave! Yeah! Oh, man. Yeah,
and they're playing against
Resonance, I think
Resonance. Ooh, okay. Now,
Yeah.
Resonance is a team that I actually haven't seen play before, but I've heard a lot of good things about.
Okay, let's see. Toasty.
Right, Toasty.
Negative, Pigment, and Day. Ooh.
They were all playing during the stress test last night, and they had some sauce.
Nice.
They really did. I'm very excited to see how that 10-player plays.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to flip through my.
I think that is Toasty, yeah.
Flip through my pages.
Also, this is probably my last chance to say it on the stream. Brick. We have Brick on commentary. We got the Brick!
People are loving this Brick.
Andrew got the big man squeaky toy.
I didn't know it was a squeaky toy.
Shout out to Pumpkin Teen on Twitter. My goat. Oh, man, he's the best. If you see a man around holding a brick and asks you to take a picture with it, do it. It's so funny. For the bit.
For the bit. Speaking of the bit, there's a lot of bits being sent on the Twitch stream prediction.
Yeah, we send Moonlight here. 94-6. Hello.
Hi.
New friend acquired.
I believe that is in order: Nolan, Shadow, Omega, Basil.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm coming off the house. Goodbye, house. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. But yeah, we have winners.
All right, now that we're off
here.
the house.
Yeah.
Why is this on stream?
I don't know.
Like I want to see what happens, but I don't want to see it and then talk about it, because I don't.
How do we be nice?
And we're talking like umami clamblets for this first one. This is Moonlight's bread and butter.
Yeah. Yeah, umami
Again,
clamblets,
okay.
zones, hagglefish. I mean, Rainmaker Humpback, we can see some cheese.
Resonance is seeded to go into top 24.
Okay.
They're seeded to probably play against Starburst.
So that's the one that's gonna hold up.
Right,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they have a good chance of getting there, or maybe they're seed 25 and they're like playing for top 24 and redemption later.
Yeah.
I want to see if they're gonna make it to top 24 tomorrow. I want to see. I want to see what they're gonna do. But I'm gonna feel so bad. I'm gonna feel so bad about it on the inside. Double roller.
What?
What are we running?
Wait. Okay, you told me they had sauce. This was not the sauce I was expecting
Now,
to see.
okay, I did see this Dynamo player last night. This Dynamo player is kind of crazy. However, is it Moonlight crazy? I don't think so. Gonna go down here early. Toasty gonna have to jump out. Neg gonna try and throw a couple of bombs using the Junior for the bubble, the buff bubble, big buff bubble bubbler.
Big buffler.
Is gonna try and stop whatever Moonlight's gonna throw at them.
Yeah, Nolan on the classic wall midline. Yeah, I mean, very mid-rangey comp from Moonlight here. Wow, this crash just crashing in. Omega's gonna be taken down on that Stamper. Nolan gonna be forced to retreat a little bit with that.
No, this Dynamo has sauce!
Whoa,
This Dynamo has sauce!
Day to day, trying to get the triple. Oh, gonna get taken down and gonna get wiped out as well, but wow.
I mean, yeah, what a turnaround, right? Like, that could have gotten really bad for Moonlight, but they held their ground, they maintained, and now they have, again, another 20 clams, and they're going to try and run this one over. Toasty, this is the 10th player I was talking about. I think this 10th also has a lot of potential from what I've heard from my sources, and that Zuka is just proving my point.
Yeah.
Omega's doing a good job of rolling around here, trying to zoom out at the speed of sound. Gonna force a jump out and take down Omega. They took back mid, and they're gonna get probably a push here.
Yeah, I mean, probably Day's going to be patrolling this right side here with the Dynamo Roller, trying to hit over that cover. I think I hear a Zipcaster coming out and a Kraken as well. Omega's going to get taken down, though. Oh, but Toasty's 10 is going to get...
What was that combo? Hold on. Basil hit him with the shot marker shot, and they got the kill. That was crazy.
Wow. Around the 10 shield. I mean, that's just Basil. That's just Basil being crazy.
Basil. That's
yeah.
crazy.
But Moonlight, I mean, Moonlight still has such a big advantage in terms of just the clans right now, but Omega gonna get taken down by Day here. But yeah, I mean, Resonance trying to fight back, trying to get back in the middle a little bit. Oh, but the cross angle here, Nolan doing such a good job controlling it. Shadow just trying to run around, is going to get another power clam at the ready here. Moonlight potentially, ready for an explosive push.
Oh, Moonlight getting a little bit of taste of their own medicine. I mean, we see that so much with the combination of Shadow Wind and Omega, right? With that tent roller combo.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally popularized it in my eyes. And so they're going to try it. They know exactly how to fight back against it. That's going to be at least 2 down. Pigment doing a good job of at least stopping the bleeding for now. At least 1 more goes down on the side of Resonance. That's 1 clam going through. Toasty going to have to try and dive away from this Kraken. Not going to be able to do so. Pigment just trying to use that shield from the spawning to try and get a little bit more distance, but not going to do so. They just need 5 more clams, and they're going to find it easily as Omega's sitting up here in the top side. I don't know about this one, Chief.
Yeah, Shadow already has the 5 clams and is already making their way back. And yeah, that is going to be, oh, Basil has the last one. There we go. There's the knockout.
Again, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Resonance.
Yeah.
They're doing some crazy creative stuff. They're turning the game around and are at least putting up a good bit of resistance and forcing Moonlight to make some good plays.
Absolutely.
That's not going to win a game, though.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like team versus team, player versus player, I feel like Moonlight is just outplaying them a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
It's Moonlight.
What are you going to do? Like,
it's Moonlight. Like, C2, come on. Yeah. That's just a rough draw.
Someone's got to do it.
I mean, someone has to do it. Yeah, I guess. When you get to the winners finals of pools, you're going to be fighting some heavy hitters.
Exactly. It's, again, I really like what I'm seeing from Resonance.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make that hyper clear. They all are such good players already from what we've been seeing. They just need to really solidify their own strategy and make it overwhelming, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't think that this, like the cooler bubble combination with the tent, it's like it's a lot of pressure, but I don't think it's enough to go against these super strong, like, more standard comps that we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, that game they ran double bubble, cooler, and then Zuka from a tent. So it's like, I feel like that's
not enough firepower.
Yeah, that special battle is not going to go in their favor all too often.
Especially because they're going to get zipcasted, they're going to get bubbled, or they're going to get krakened and zipcastered, and bubble does nothing against those specials.
Yeah.
So, like,
and you could whale through the bubble too.
They got completely countered.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, they try to hit him with Moonlight with their own sauce, but Moonlight always cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah, they are the chef.
Oh yeah, especially with Coach Pro Chara, like
who is here, by the way. I don't know. I don't know
he?
where Chara is. I know Chara is here, and that he's going to be like coaching them during the tournament.
I mean, maybe.
Probably more so tomorrow.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, because today I feel like Moonlight kind of expects to win their 2 sets and be done with it.
They're just going to roll.
Yeah. I mean, again, C2, number 1 seed of your
C2.
pool. Yeah. Next game, Zone Hagglefish Classic, tried true. Nolan on that Forge Pro.
Ooh, we got Nolan on Forge. Let's go.
And the V-Blast coming out from Pigment, I believe.
Okay, I like this adjustment. This is the adjustment that they need to make. Right, and I like the VAC, actually. I think the VAC puts on a good amount of pressure here, and it's good against Booyah, right?
Yeah, Booyah just eats it.
You can just eat it. This is actually a good opportunity for Resonance to really make a stand, and they just need to play their cards right. They need to not get overwhelmed by the chip damage and the rapid, and they need to get this blaster into place. But doesn't look like they're going to do so on this first go-around. Here comes Omega.
Yeah, here comes Omega. I'm kind of hoping to see like the Stamper VAC canceled because like Stamper players always just see a VAC and they just tunnel vision of I have to get the direct. So I think that'd be kind of fun to see. But Moonlight has control of that zone, has a lot of control of mid. Zuka's going to be coming out. Whale from the defense on the side of Basil here. Toasty kind of getting cornered.
Wait, that was crazy though. That parry was kind of crazy, but not enough to do what they needed to defensively, right? Like they kind of got a little too deep into that grading area, into that ramp, and because of that, they could not back up effectively, and they needed a little bit more room. I mean, that's kind of Haggle in a nutshell, right? You need to have all-out pushes.
Oh yeah, just because like it's such a strong map, just holding mid defensively, and that backshot's not going to be enough to cap the zone either. Zuka's going to be coming out from negative, trying to find some picks. It's 2 versus 2 right now in the middle of the map with Basil, just painting over the zone.
Omega versus Pigment.
Going to get taken down. Omega going to be getting the pick on the negative as well. But the 10
Oh!
shields going to defend the Dynamo for
Trying
just
to
a bit.
dance around this whale. I don't know if it's going to be enough. They've got 20 ticks left, which is like 10 seconds, and there's no paint up on the side of Resonance. I think that's the thing, is that they really don't have enough paint if they can't get that Dynamo anywhere forward, and that's going to shut them down.
I mean, they don't have any of that shooter paint, and when you have Shadow on that zap, it's just...
Because, like, Dynamo is burst paint.
Yeah.
Right? And that can be good in certain situations, right? Gem had a really good video about this.
Yeah.
Which kind of like, I feel like really isn't talked about a lot. It's something that isn't understood in the way that like we think about the game.
Yeah,
right?
I
Like
agree with you on that one.
the pace at which paint gets put out is important. But players really don't talk about that a lot. So I thought that was such like an interesting topic to bring up in the first place.
Yeah.
But it's no more apparent that it is right here, right? Burst paint is just not as good as consistent paint output.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you can just put out a ton of paint over and over again, like, you're going to win those paint wars eventually.
Exactly. Like, eventually, it's going to switch to your favorite. And, like, burst paint is strong, but the only thing that Resonance really has to supplement that, at least in that game, was a shot.
Yeah.
Because, like,
and that's not enough consistent paint.
Tent can't paint. Dynamo, I mean, has a second windup to actually be painting, which is even more than most of the other burst paint you see, like an Expo and stuff. And Pigment plays Blaster, which doesn't paint either.
Yeah. They just had nothing on a zone, on a zone's map mode. Like, again, they need to solidify their strategies.
A little bit, yeah.
It looks like they're trying to throw too many things together.
I mean, sometimes you just have to throw some stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, of course, right, yeah. And maybe they are going through, like, an experimental phase on their team.
Yeah. It just kind of sucks that it's happening during a tournament.
Right.
You know, because normally you want to see that in scrims or, I mean, I guess even smaller tournaments or just general practice sessions.
So, let's see if they can cook one more time.
One more chance.
They're going to get one more chance in this kitchen.
It's going to be on Rainmaker Humpback as well, so.
Okay.
You can
now,
definitely.
this is probably going to be their most solid effort.
You could definitely cheese Humpback.
But Moonlight is also a Rainmaker team. Yeah. So, if they can just be solid defensively, they have a good chance, but they have not been solid defensively this entire game.
Yeah, I mean, Moonlight just wins the opening and has just been so consistent at confirming that to even more. So
Dualies!
Omega on the dualies. Dualies is kind of weird on this map, honestly, but Double Roller makes a resurgence. Honestly, Dynamo's kind of cracked on this map, so I'm happy to see it.
I am happy to see it as well. Let's see what happens here. Again, Moonlight getting that initial pop, and this first exchange is going to be so important. You see Basil and Nolan going on this left side, range threats, being able to poke at that window that the entire team of Resonance has collapsed around. A good first pick from Pigment, but, I mean, there's zero control of mid.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Resonance just... Moonlight has complete control of the pace of the game. I mean, Resonance is playing Moonlight's game right now. That's just how it's been going. Day's going to be forced to jump out. Shadowwind, pretty much the only one in mid right now. Pigment finally going to try and get that stop on the checkpoint. So, I mean, very well done to them. And they have, you know, the bubble to pop here defensively, but Nolan does not care about no bubble. They have a crack in it. They are going to try to find some kind of value, some kind of picks, and they're going to get one on Toasty right there.
Ooh, that's at least one good pick. That's, again, completely shoving them back all the way into their side of the map. They have not stepped foot onto that midline that you see right here in the center of your screen. They haven't even crossed it yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been all Moonlight. I mean, this whole game is just all Moonlight. And Omega ready to set up a crab and try and fill up that back. I mean, normally Resonance does have that back tent, and this is probably the best map mode for Inkling in the game. At least up there. And Toasty able to find that pick onto Basil with a vac as well. But, I mean, Resonance has such a set-up-based comp. Like, you have to set it up. You have to enable everything else. And Moonlight is not giving that chance.
Now, it looks like they have at least a little bit of one. Omega deciding to dive forward and gets popped by the Rainmaker. They are in mid, and they are set up and shoving Moonlight back into their base, but when you have a special that you cannot kill, you cannot splat,
yeah,
there's not a whole lot you can do.
Exactly. And I mean, Nolan able to get so much value out of that Kraken, you know, especially it's been kind of on the downturn ever since that nerf. Nolan just makes such great use of it whenever possible. So right now, Moonlight finally going to be getting that checkpoint in their favor. 2 minutes in the match, first checkpoint is going to fall. Moonlight definitely looking for a whole lot more. Omega popping that crap for that sustain, trying to find some spots here. Pigment's going to go down in the corner. Zuka not going to be able to break that crab, and it's going to get taken down as well. Day going to jump out. It's just going to be Toasty with that back, and they're going to be shooting that shot. Going to get the pick on Shadow finally, but at 15 is where that lead's going to stand.
And I really want to see Resonance revive themselves. I want to see it happen, and they're going to be able to at least get the Rainmaker out of the territory of a KO and get the Zuka online, but they need to start landing shots. They need to start trying to come together and actually make a good defensive effort. Like, they just haven't been coordinating to the level that they need. Instead, they've just been clumping up and trying to go for these main weapon plays, but they need to start using these specials to their highest effect. Yeah,
absolutely. 2 down on the side of Resonance on this defense. Shadow just barraging them with Rainmaker shots at this point. Just Pigment is going to be left alive, dying in their own bubble. A delayed wipe is going to be happening. Toasty trying to run forward. It's going to get taken down, going to get splatted. Day is going to be able to splat that Rainmaker right before it hits the pedestal, but Omega is still here putting on pressure. It's just going to be negative. Left alive, left alone. Popping Zuka in your own spawn is not a spot you want to be in.
No, and look at the weird angle that Negative has to take just to try and land these Zuka shots. It's not going to be easy at all. There's a minute 30 left, right? And Moonlight is just trying to find this last opening. They've been doing a good job at preventing them from really making that last final effort, but here it is.
Omega gets that triple with the crab, and Moonlight going to be taking it 3-0 over Resonance.
Yeah, that's about what we expected.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks to end with like that kind of, I guess, anticlimax, but Moonlight is just them.
For real. For real, for real. Moonlight is going to be one of the teams that everyone needs to watch out for tomorrow. And everyone knows them, everyone appreciates them, and I still think that they're a good crowd favorite, a good fan favorite.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were just like giving advice to Resonance, because like Resonance just turned around and Moonlight was, someone in Moonlight was just like clearly instructing them to do something. Because like, I mean, Moonlight's a team that
probably Shadow on that tent, right?
Probably. Moonlight just wants everyone to get better, and I feel like that's just such a healthy thing for the scene, and that's why they're so beloved.
It's, again, it's about community.
Absolutely.
That's what this is, and that's what we have here. That's what all of this is.
This whole thing, yeah, it's such
community.
a good community. It's so nice to be a part of.
And it's something that everyone needs.
Yeah, I cannot endorse coming to Atlanta enough. It's such a different experience. Like, the Splatoon community online is already like, you know, it has its hits and misses, but just in Atlanta, it's such a wholesome environment.
It really is.
It's so awesome.
TD, is there anything that we need to do? No?
All right.
Maybe?
It looks like we were without direction. We were directionless.
Right. The technical director is not giving us direction.
Yeah. We must walk our own path, I guess.
Forge ahead on our own. Co-opting this stream. Comrade.
Taking over.
We're taking over
this
the
is our low-tide city now.
I think he's just busy with getting some shirts and stuff. But
yeah, always so much to do. It's insane.
It is insane. There's on this behind the scenes side of things, there's always 5 things going on.
At least.
At least. And
5 is lowballing it, let's be honest.
That is an understatement. It is so hectic. It is so crazy here to be on the backside, and everyone gets a peek into it when they come here.
You talking about production?
I am talking about
everything. We love our production.
This is on stream, by the way.
I know.
Good.
Hey, if you ever like meet any production, any streamers, spec cams, anyone putting this together, give them a big old thank you. Good high five, good hug, because so much work happens behind the scenes just to make this possible.
Right, and they are usually very shrouded and hidden behind the scenes.